Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a fancy SU-130PM, or better known as the Forest Spirit. The tank which could have been 3D camo for current existent vehicle, but hey, we are not complaining, okay? Beggars cannot be choosers. So, looking into all of this, first of all, we are having a tier 10 matchmaking, but we will try to make it work. And most important thing is, I know there was quite some confusion that this vehicle is not SU-130PM, or maybe it looks a bit different because of those horns, you know, it looks like a deer in the forest. Fellas, this tank is SU-130PM, there is nothing extraordinary about this vehicle. Although, truth to be told, you know, Wargaming thought that if we are having Scorpion, we are having Scorpion G. If they are going to make Scorpion gold, it would be weird. So they decided to go with the second best option and to make a Forest Spirit of the SU-130PM. At least this is how I imagine the things, right? Tank overall, don't get me wrong, even me making jokes like this, it is not changing the fact that this vehicle is absolutely beautiful, right? It is pretty much perfect sniper schnitzel, and once again there is two teams in the world of tanks. Some people love the Scorpion and some people love SU-130PM. There is no right team to love or hate, and you know, in the end of the day, a lot of things are depending on your play style. What do you, how do you want to play the game, and how are you enjoying yourself the most? For people who likes sniping and for people who loves to have a decent camo, obviously this vehicle, in my opinion, can be definitely better than Scorpion is, but you cannot beat the Scorpion G flexibility, aka having the turret, right, and having way better speed than this vehicle ever will. And I know it's weird because on the paper they are very similar, but paper... okay, World of Tanks paper can be used only for one thing, and that is on the toilet, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is very important thing to highlight overall. Okay, so how we are starting everything. Unfortunately, fellas, the start of this game doesn't look ideal by any shape or any form. So far, we cannot get any use whatsoever, right? Which is quite sad thing. But it's not only about that. In the same time, our team is losing the game heavily. And once again, we are losing both of the sides. Which is quite sad, but it is how it is, I guess. I don't really think we can change anything about this. There is a pixel shot to hit this Super Conqueror, and I'm trying to aim for it. I'm trying to make sure I am going to punish this guy whenever the right moment will come, but looks like right moment is not coming. What can you do? First shot of the day. Well, it took quite some time. Now, hear me out. Situations like this are inevitable. The thing is, you cannot predict when the game will be 0 to 15, okay? And games like this are happening. There is nothing what you can change about this. But nevertheless, usually for a tank destroyers, right, whenever you are having situation like this, aka your team is melting, it might be even better choice. Even better situation, to say that the least. That's what I'm trying to say here. Because whenever your team is melting, obviously you have better chances to farm some damage from the red line, right? And let's be honest, with this vehicle you do not want to be in front. With this vehicle you don't want to lead the charge against the Super Conqueror by being bottom tier, right? This is not what you want to do. You want to be smart with your decisions in this game, and you want to try to get as much use as you physically and possibly can, even though when some games are defeats, right? It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Okay, in this situation we are going to wait until enemies will start approaching us from here, because I have no doubts whatsoever they should try to do that, right? At least that's what I'm hoping for. Liz, right? Beautiful, 550 in the face, very nice. Now Bulldog. trying to craft a decent angle here, but it is so much more complicated than I would love to say it is. Spotted us, obviously he did. PvP, good. At this point, fellas, we are just simply fighting for our life, for the last remaining shells until the death will come, right? And the death will come for sure. But we are okay. Look, if we are going to do everything properly here, we should be able to get a couple of extra shots. Even Katita is saying egg tuna. Smart. Okay, that's it. Look, in this game, with the current conditions of ours, this is not a bad performance from our side. Yes, we took the typical sniper schnitzel position in the Golf 3. This can work very, very well, but enemies weren't spotted in the 7th line, unfortunately, and enemies in the heavy line wasn't making pressure whatsoever either, right? They were playing respectfully hold down, and it worked just great for them, right? There is nothing to say, nothing to do. So in the end of the day, we have 2,500 damage and 300 assisting damage, and with this result, we are top by everything. We are top by experience. We are top by damage, and this is what I am saying. World of Tanks is very much 3 to 15 simulator, or 15 to 3 simulator. And usually tank destroyers who are being more patient, right, they are going to have a better performance in the situation like this, obviously if you have good position and if you have your eyes widely open. All in all, 47,000 profits, nothing extraordinary, but that's what we have. There is nothing bad about this, we cannot cry about that, it's just how the game is looking like, right? Let's go for a second, shall we? Okay, good. Serenco standard battle. Let's see what we can craft in this game. I have a feeling we are going to play in the typical sniper schnitzel position, and hopefully we can punish enemies who are making one or another mistake, right? This is important thing to say, and this is exactly what we are aiming for. Now, the typical sniper position is to knock this tree down towards the west side a bit, right? And you will be able to punish the crossing forces if anyone will spot them, right? That's the whole idea of you playing over there, and in the same time, obviously, there is some guys who might get spotted here, right? But the most important angle which we are looking for is over there. This is what we want to see. Obviously, it's not only one play by any shape or any form. There is plenty of the choices how you can play this. As an example, you can play somewhere here, right, where the T69 is playing, and this is very, very decent position. But what we are looking for Love or 50-100. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 fellas. Now we will try to pay humongous attention at the guys playing around this area, and we want to punish them, right? That's what we want to do. That is what we want to do, fellas. Love might try to take this bush, and if Love would do that, obviously we are booming and we are enjoying ourselves, okay? Chairfooter is trying to escape. Excellent. Actually, not so excellent, because he is capable of running away. Actually, you know what? If I will do everything properly, I might kill him here. No, I won't do that. Okay, this is a different situation. Remember the previous game when the situation was simply, well, not the most fortunate for us. By saying this, we are pretty much just simply getting slaughtered. I'm speaking about our team, right? Well, in this situation, the tables turned around. In this situation, enemies are having the same situation as we had in the previous game, and pretty much we cannot do absolutely anything. Oh my bananas, this pixel, that was beautiful. In this situation, enemies simply cannot do anything, right? So all we need to do, we need to be patient, and we need to start spanking enemies, whoever is making mistakes, right? And there is not that many mistakes left in this game, I can promise you that. Since enemies has no hit points left, right, we need to be extremely involved in this situation, and we need to start making a hardcore pressure. If we won't make a hardcore pressure, it's pretty much game over. Once again, World of Tanks became quite a bit of the simulation, if you know what I mean. For the last 1 week, I was playing with random tanks, right? So I wasn't looking too much for performance, right? I was looking for field modification grind because after boxes we have plenty of the 5x experience, right? So I thought I will utilize it and I will have the most use in this way for my account, right? And I can tell you that usually, you know, whenever I am aiming for, let's say, certain damage score because I'm playing for Mark of Excellence, right? Or something, I am not noticing that much of this, how to say this, 15 to 1, right? I mean, I am noticing, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I won't pay attention at this, I will. But whenever I played in a way without goal, just to play the game, right, and not to think too much, well, that's what I noticed. By the way, 2,600, once again, not a horrible score. I think we punished enemies every single time when we could. Maybe I got -1 shot to the lower crossing. Maybe I could have gotten one more, right, if I would be praying there, but it is how it is. And looking into all of this, fellas, I have 12 minutes raw footage of this, and we played 2 games already with all loading time and so on, so on. So looking into all of this, 2,600 damage, 200 assisting damage. It's not a horrible score in this situation. This is just what we have, right? Also, Khan Panzer, he played extremely aggressively and he went in front. That was actually a very, very good play. Tank Destroyer with the big balls. Meanwhile, we have 115,000 profits, although 50,000 comes from the mission completion, right? So not a big surprise. Okay. Let's go for one more, and hopefully the third game is going to be the best. Let's go. Okay. And last but not least, we have Mountain Pass. This map for tank destroyers are not so great, but listen, this is a hit or miss map, right? Sometimes it can go very, very, very well, and sometimes you might finish everything by being the bottom of the bottom, right? So it depends on the situation. Anyways, I think the best start in this map is to take this position and try to punish someone who is crossing the line, right? Or who is trying to cross the crossing, however you would call this. I think this is the best start overall. After that, obviously, you can make the decisions accordingly. You can try to support one or another side and so on, so on. But this is the start. Okay, we are here. Good. I think we might need to semi-snap shoot now. I did not have any other option, to be completely honest with you. I just simply needed to go for it. I wish to say we would have different ways to do this, but unfortunately it's not the case. Okay, LTTB. I am going for a blind shot here because usually they have someone sitting in this area and enemy light tank is completely out of order. And by me saying this, I mean light tank made a decision to place somewhere in the open field, right? Which is not necessarily the worst case scenario for us. Now, from this position here, we can and we will be able to punish guys who are crossing through the bridge. But before that, there is always someone sitting on top of the hill over there, right? At least that's what I want to believe. I know I can be potentially aggressive here and start finding the side shots for Gonzalo and whatnot, but I'm a bit afraid if I am going to get caught off guard, right? And it is not that unusual for people to play in this area. How many hit points enemy? Our team has a lot. Okay, listen, I need to risk it for the biscuit. I will try to start finding angles to the side of the enemies. I am just simply afraid that I won't be able to get anything in this game if I won't get involved, right? So my whole plan is obviously a bit of the risky one, but I need to do what I need to do. I do not really have any other option. Although our team is kind of Melting, interesting. Shamefully good. Once again, this is a very, very risky play from our side, fellas. I know I'm being spotted in the middle, I am very, very well aware of that, but sometimes you need to find the strength in your balls. There is no other alternative option. Sometimes you just simply need to be involved in the game, otherwise it is going to be pretty bad. Okay, looking into all of this, boom, excellent, very, very nice. Okay, our team is definitely winning this. There is nothing, I repeat, there is nothing what enemies can do, and in this kind of situation we are just going to go in. We are going to say hello for Gonzalo, even though we are going to take one for the team from this guy. It changes absolutely nothing. Now we will take our time to aim our shot. Unfortunately, we are going to miss. By the way, this tank is not that bad as it might look like now. I do not really think it is missing so many shots as we are missing in this game, although I must admit I am not necessarily fully aiming most of the time, right? But in this situation I just simply need to risk it for the biscuit. Meanwhile, Gonzalo is looking towards us, which is not very good thing, but it is how it is. I'm trying to hit the pixel and I'm missing my shots. Now this game is just simply not mine. Looking into all of this situation, I don't feel like my aim is that bad to miss every single shot like this and not to penetrate Gonzalo turret, right? Well, while shooting straight forward, but once again, it happens. RNG is a part of this game, and you can look at this however you want to. Sometimes RNG can bless you, and sometimes RNG can make sure you are going to regret your life choices. In this situation, we are just going to go for the Fede. I don't really mind to take one for the team, with all honesty. I see. I see. I see. I'm telling you, this is World of Tanks for you. If the game doesn't want you to hit, you won't hit, right? Now, obviously, I want to show you the game straight in the face. I do not really want to make you to believe in one or another thing if it is not true. You know, I can go easy way. I can open VOD replays and to show you 10,000 damage game made by the Forest Spirit, and I can sell it as the best tank ever existed in the world of tanks, and there is nothing better than this vehicle is, right? But this is not what I'm looking for. I want to show you the truth of the current condition of the game, right? In the same time, we need to simply keep in mind not every game is going to be ideal and not every game is going to be awesome. We will have all sorts of stuff, aka unbalanced teams, unbalanced maps, 15 to 5 simulator, and so on, so on. So there is no other options what we can change there, right? All in all, I am feeling kind of okay how I played this game. I think we realized at this in time that our team is actually winning the game. We decided to play in the middle, but in the end of the day, RNG wasn't there and we were missing quite a bit of shots as well to the forces who were sitting pretty much in the Delta 7, right? But all in all, I think our reaction and our play in this game was top-notch, even though the score wasn't the finest. Although RNG wasn't there, you know? The gameplay could have been and would have been top-notch, but unfortunately the score is not there. What can you do? Okay, 2,000 damage, 1.6 thousand assisting damage. It is completely fine speaking about the score. We just simply cannot complain about this, at least that's what I think. But look at the amount of the shells fired and how many bounces we had, how many misses we had, madness. And 63,000 profits. Now, looking into all of this, right, our session is 3,000 combined. I'm not very happy with how much of the damage we have done, but I think we played to the best of our abilities as we could. And overall, just to let you know, right, we have 1 minute to talk. Do we have 1 minute to talk? Just to let you know, it is not the best play and not the best situation for this vehicle, but in the same time, you know, sometimes it just simply happens. Now, let's take a look at the replay manager, right? What do we have from all of this, right? if we are going to select the tier 8 tank destroyers from USSR or Russia or however you would call this, whenever we were playing with a Forest Spirit, the situation was just simply a tiny touch better, right? Or with a SU. Look at this. There was 3.7 and 2,000 assisting damage. There was 2.5. Some of the games were weaker. Some of the games was better as 6.3 thousand damage, 3.2 thousand damage, right? And if you are digging deeper, whenever I was actually playing with this tank, as you can see, I had 4.2 thousand, 5.8 thousand. You know, it's easy to take those gameplays and just to show you, oh, this is amazing tank. This is the best vehicle in the world of tanks. I don't know why people are complaining about this. Anyways, the live gameplay can be extremely awesome, and it can be average in the same time. And what can you do about this? Not much, right? Just how it goes. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had some fun. All in all, this vehicle is pretty much the same SU-130PM. Nothing extraordinary about it, although the artwork is truly amazing. That's what I want to highlight. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Skills out for today. Peace.